Hi, this is Regina White Favors with Journaling Your Setback. And so I want to discuss the first stage of setback, which is missed opportunity. You will notice in many of my audios, I talk about missed opportunity because it is the very first stage where you are sort of at a crossroad moment to make a decision. I think you can have crossroad moments at the very beginning of your process as well as at the very end of your process. So missed opportunity, I want to take a different approach, and I want to look at the role of energy and how we give over our energy to people and how we allow people to take too much of our energy in terms of trying to fulfill their needs. And I think a lot of times when we are giving over our energy to people in many different ways, we are blind to the opportunities that we need to take for ourselves, the instructions that we need to obey, the rules and regulations and things of that nature that we need to adhere to. So to miss something is to fail to notice, hear, or understand something that was crucial for you to know. The missed opportunity is two-part: a failure to recognize the opportunity, and then a disobedience to the instruction connected to the opportunity. So I want to put a question to you. What was your missed opportunity? So if you look at the first part, the failure to notice, hear, or understand something that was crucial for you to know. If you are in or on a path that you are not supposed to be on, it's automatic that you're going to fail to miss certain opportunities that are for you on the path that you should be on. And for instance, if you are on an education path, you know you need to get an education for the career that you're interested in. But then someone dangles money in front of you for a job or something like that to take you off that path and onto their path to work at a company or something like that. And it's not an internship or anything. But it could have started out as an internship, and now they want you to quit school, and they won't always say quit school, but it's assumed that if you have to do their job or work at their company full time, you would have to quit school. Well, that's a missed opportunity. You think that because you take the job that's a great opportunity and you don't want to pass up the opportunity, but you are only prepared enough based upon what you have been learning to date. So if a company comes at you at the junior year of your college years and you decide you want to quit college and go and work that job, the problem is you only know two years worth of information concerning that job as well as that industry. It would be better for you to get the 4 years of preparedness before you decide to take on that opportunity. Not every opportunity is a good opportunity if it's before your time. Some opportunities can be very good opportunities, but if you are getting something before you are fully baked yourself, then that's going to be a problem for you, because at some point in that opportunity that you took, you skip one level and you take in another, you're going to be missing core knowledge, core understanding, and you won't have had the practice and the process to apply wisdom to that particular or on that particular path. So I've heard that many companies oftentimes will, especially tech companies, will appeal to up and coming computer science majors to quit their jobs, to quit school and come and work for them. And that's honestly because the computer science or a computer tech giant no longer wants to do the work that they had to do in order to get to where they are now. So it's much better just to employ people. The problem again is that's a different energy. Those are people who are already established on that path, and you are just getting started. So you are missing the opportunity to continue to be a student and learn, and so that later, whatever you want to master or have rule over, you have already learned. I had that problem in college where I just completely forgot that I was a student. I was engaged in so many organizations, student government organizations. I was here, I was there. I was everywhere and nowhere at the same time. And I missed the opportunity to sustain learning. A lot of times we look at how we do well on a particular test or in a class, and we think, okay, we're doing well, we are successful in this area, so I guess we can move on. That's not always true. You always need to sustain your learning, sustain your ability to continue to learn at different levels. Don't just assume that because you do well in one area that you're going to automatically do well in another area. That other area still requires some form or some season of learning. The missed opportunity is two parts. So there's a failure to recognize the opportunity. So if I'm pushing the education angle, that the opportunity is to learn, and that trying to skip ahead and getting ahead of yourself and substituting and getting turned around by distractions and not setting boundaries or whatever, you are failing to recognize the opportunity that is right before you to learn to master your own craft. And then a disobedience to the instruction connected to the opportunity. So this can be obvious, if I say you need to learn, that could be instruction, and you could decide I don't want to learn, right? That's an obvious thing. But there are doors that you have to go through at every season in your life, and they require an instruction that you have to pass. And if you don't pass that instruction, you cannot go through that door, right? What happens with people, I notice that they don't want to obey, so they will substitute, as I always call attention to, because they are looking for the success. They're not looking for the process. They're looking for the immediate gratification of doing something and receiving validation from it. So they will skip ahead and do something else and call that success, as if it was on the original path that they had set for themselves. The problem, again, as I always know, that the learning part of your process is going to be down the road somewhere. And it may be in a different context, it may be in a different level, but you're going to have to be set back, because once you get to certain levels, there's just some information that you have to know. There's no way around you skipping and thinking that you can get by on not knowing certain information. You can't hire enough people to learn that information. I'm reminded of when Microsoft, Bill Gates got his disk operating system, and he didn't necessarily code the first one. He purchased the first one, MS-DOS. Now, I don't know what he has done after this, but it seems like he has always had some sort of issue with that disk operating system. And then later, when he had issues with Internet Explorer, to the point that many companies don't even code using Internet Explorer. They use Firefox, they use Safari, they use Chrome. And I'm thinking on some level that he missed his opportunity when he was coding as a young child. But then once you get into business, you don't have a lot of time to code as much as you did before. You begin hiring people or you begin purchasing products. Think about Mark Zuckerberg for a minute. He was initially coding Facebook, but there were some aspects of his learning process that he didn't understand, so much to the point that he was accused of selling customer privacy information. He had to sit before the Congress. Same thing with Bill Gates. He ended up being sued for being a monopoly. See, there are certain aspects. You have a core knowledge about some things that are specific to what it is that you want to do, in this case, coding software, but you miss the business aspect of what you need to know. That's why it would have been better to finish college, finish the process that you initially started. So there was a disobedience to an instruction connected to the opportunity, to the point that there are already existing laws concerning monopolies, or existing laws concerning privacy concerns when it comes to customers, existing laws and regulations on how to code and how to do anything concerning your particular field or career. And you can miss that instruction. You can fail to disobey, and that initially sets you back. So you see now that Microsoft wasn't able to continue on the path that they were trying to push themselves on when it came to the monopoly, and it had to be broken up. And so I want to put this question to you. What was your missed opportunity? I sort of did things in a kind of roundabout way, but think about those times where you have tried to substitute. Think about those times where you have tried to trade your energy. You may not necessarily be doing well in your area, so you say, I'm gonna jump ship and I'm gonna do something in somebody else's area and do well there, and you call that success. And it might be success. The problem is, though, you're still not learning what you need to learn on your own. And energy, you got to be careful of your energy drivers, because there's your energy drivers and then your energy drainers. And not everybody is good energy. Not every opportunity is good energy. You have to know beyond a shadow of a doubt that whatever you give your time to, you are also giving your energy to, and you need to see that all the way through. So what was your missed opportunity? This is journaling your setback. First stage of setback, missed opportunity. Thank you for listening to this audio.